And we are live, finally. So we got stuck in some technical glitch today, but finally we are live and we're here. Well, welcome everyone. Thank you for bearing with us for all these 5-7 minutes that we made you wait. Welcome. Welcome back to Sipping Thoughts, and we are here for yet another very exciting session. And this one is really important as well. Today we are going to talk about hormone health and how to treat it with homeopathy. And I'll introduce you to that panelist today because she's really special. Today we have with us Dr. Pooja Gupta. She's an influencer, an entrepreneur, and hormone specialist and a feminist. Dr. Pooja Gupta has devoted her life for the betterment of women who are still locked inside the closet. Thanks to her holistic approach, that she has been able to treat more than 1,000 patients suffering from hormonal imbalance, and the majority of whom had been facing hardships in their treatment process for years now. So, welcome, Dr. Pooja.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So I'll, introduce you to the topic today. Why we are talking about this session is because 20% of Indian women, according to some stats, 20% Indian women are suffering from PCOD today. 5 to 10% of the women in US are suffering from PCOD in their childbearing age. And the thing is that we don't have much knowledge about this topic at all. Even like I remember, like I went to some kind derma a few months ago for my acne, because I have a lot of acne. I'm suffering from acne. I went to her, and the first thing that she said, without any like kind of tests or anything, she just said, "तुम्हें तो PCOD है, तुम्हें तो PCOS है." So and like that was like a major thing for me. Oh my God, PCOD, and बहुत ज़्यादा डर लग गया था कि क्या है ये सब. So we don't have much knowledge about it, and people say PCOD. It's like really into I won't, trend would be a very wrong word for it, but yeah, आजकल many people are suffering from PCOD. So first of all, before moving ahead to anything else, I would like to know and understand that what are hormones, because we are talking about hormonal imbalance. So hormones क्या है, and how do we know that they are not acting properly and imbalance ho chuka hai? So please, can you just let us know?
Yes. Okay. So let's start it. So myself, Dr. Pooja Gupta, I just wanted to introduce again because I know she introduced me pretty well, but I thought Harshita ke alawa main bhi ek bari apne aap ko introduce kar दूं. So basically, it all started in 2020 that I thought that मेरे पास ना patients. Is it okay if I converse in both the languages, because I believe both the languages are comfortable for everyone.
Yeah.
So क्या हुआ था in 2020 when we were all in that closet state? It was not just women, everyone was in that state, lockdown tha and everything. We were not able to understand, mental health. People were not able to understand हमारे साथ life में हो क्या रहा है. We were not able to understand हमारा suddenly weight क्यों put on हो रहा है, weight क्यों lose हो रहा है. And I just had so many patients at that time जिनको मैं दूसरी problems के लिए treat कर रही थी, but all of a sudden उन लोगों में क्यूरियोसिटी आ गई थी कि हमें तो हार्मोनल इम्बैलेंस है. इट बिकेम लाइक अ पॉपुलर वर्ड टू से कि यार मेरे को हार्मोनल इम्बैलेंस. Yeah, so it kind of became an excuse also for a lot of people. Sorry to say, but आज जब मैं आपसे बात करूंगी ना, you'll understand कि हमें hormonal imbalance, the word hormonal imbalance वो पूरे दिन होता है. So please don't freak out with this word. Don't make this word as a process of your disease. It's not, it's just okay. But because let me further get to it. So when we talk about hormones, पहली चीज, see, हमारी बॉडी को चलाने के लिए there is a messenger services around कि एक बॉडी ऑर्गन ने एक मैसेज दिया, अब उसको दूसरे तक कैसे पहुंचाना है. So for that we have hormones. Okay, hormones are basically the SMS messenger जो एक body part से दूसरे part तक जा रहा है. Like the way we send WhatsApp nowadays, like the way we send our post nowadays, yeah, it's very simple like that. So मेरे brain ने एक hormone को बोला कि go and trigger my thyroid, क्योंकि अभी मैंने खाना खाया है, so now मेरा metabolism बढ़ना है, तो मुझे उसको digest करना है, just go and trigger my thyroid. तो वो मैसेंजर गया, दैट वाज TSH, वो गया, उसने जाके मेरे थायराइड हार्मोन्स को टक 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 करा, एंड दे स्टार्टेड प्रोड्यूसिंग. जब वो प्रोड्यूस होते हैं तो हमारा मेटाबॉलिज्म या तो बढ़ता है या कम होता है, डिपेंडिंग ऑन वट एवर द कंडीशन आवर बॉडी रिक्वायर्स एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम. सो बेसिकली हॉर्मोन्स आर मैसेंजर. अब ये बात समझो कि अगर वो एक मैसेंजर है, अभी आज तुम्हारा किसी एक बंदे को मैसेज करने का मन कर रहा है once a day, fine. So tomorrow might be the time जब तुम्हें उससे actually कुछ requirement है, you really need to ask them more questions. So कल you might be messaging them 5 to 6 times, and the other day again you come back to the once a day, right? So you can change your number, you can change your frequency of messaging to a person. Similarly, जो हमारे hormones हैं वो कभी भी same value में नहीं रहते हैं. So you must have heard कि यार मेरा जो TSH है ना वो ऐसे 5 है, 6 है, probably. बहुत लोग जो यहाँ बैठे हैं, I think if they are asking for menopause, if they are asking for PCOD, thyroid is one thing जो कि आपको पता होगा. So they say कि 5 से 6 के बीच में हाँ ठीक है, normal है, हाँ. तो basically it's not like that. Your thyroid hormone TSH should be between 3 to 6. Now there is a big range. You see, 3 to 6. I mean, you can have 3 also, that also normal. If you have 6 also, that is also normal. So if you're messaging someone once a day, that's also normal. If you're messaging someone 10 times a day, that's also normal. Now, once you have that state, इतना समझ में आ रहा है ना कि एक हमारे जो हार्मोन होते हैं उनका एक वैल्यू डिसाइडेड नहीं है, पर्टिकुलरली डिसाइडेड है कि इसको 3.258 ही होना है. नो, इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट. इट हैज अ बिग रेंज टू फॉलो. अब वो जो रेंज फॉलो करनी है वहीं पे हमारा हार्मोनल इम्बैलेंस आता है. हार्मोनल इम्बैलेंस 3 और 6 के बीच में नहीं आएगा. ये रेंज है, ये सही है, यहां तक सब कुछ सही चल रहा है. हार्मोनल इम्बैलेंस कब आएगा? यू ब्लॉक दैट पर्सन. हाँ, यू स्टॉप मैसेजिंग दैट पर्सन. और उसने तुम्हें मैसेज किया, यू डोंट रिप्लाई दैट पर्सन, दैट इज बिलो 3. हाँ, तुम उसको कॉन्टैक्ट ही नहीं कर रहे हो, तुमने उसका नंबर डिलीट कर दिया और समथिंग लाइक दिस. और you start fighting with that person. You are like texting. You are texting like emails. Huh? Texting like big chittiyan, letters. So that becomes over. So that becomes overactivity of something. So it is as simple as that. So hormonal imbalance is when you block a thing or when you overreact to a thing. Okay, now when I tell this thing, probably आगे के जो हमारे questions हैं वो और ज्यादा simplified होंगी. जितने भी लोग अभी हमारे साथ join कर चुके हैं ना, please hold on to this one fact about hormones that I'm telling you. It's just a situational story I'm telling you, but अगर हम इसके साथ आगे तक बढ़ेंगे ना, आप सबके लिए बहुत simple हो जाएगा. Okay? Yeah.
Basically, हमारे hormones can be imbalanced and
Oh yes.
nothing to really freak out about that.
Yes.
But how would I, as a normal person, would know कि मेरे hormones are imbalanced and they're not acting the way they should?
Perfect. Very good question. So, girls, specifically, you know it. You already know it कि आपके hormones जब imbalance होते हैं तो आपको कैसा feel होता है. This is exactly the feeling जो आपको आपके periods के 2-3 दिन पहले शुरू होती है. That feeling like कल तक you were on a project, बड़े आराम से you were amazingly thinking कि ठीक है, deadline से पहले I'll be able to finish my task, I will be able to reciprocate to the thing. But all of a sudden the next day you feel like, oh no, I don't want to do this. Probably इतना गंदा thought भी आ जाता है कि I want to switch, I want to quit this job. Probably my manager is not good. Probably that is not good. Probably things are not working. मेरी maid अच्छी नहीं है, right? So the switching of the thoughts, the switching of the mood is the first indication कि आपके hormones अभी इस point of time में imbalance है. Right? Now I'm talking about this point of time. Right? अगर ये जो switching of mode है, ये consecutively बहुत time period तक चलता है, and you feel like यार what is wrong with me? I'm being triggered by छोटा incidences, like अभी किसी ने मुझे DM किया, I couldn't reply, oh my god, I'm getting FOMO, fear of missing out. Shit, I'm not able to reply to that person. So it's okay, once in a while getting all these mood swings is okay. But अगर ये mood swings, ये जो flipping of mind है, ये consecutively होता रहता है, for a longer duration होता है, this is the very first guideline that आपका जो hormones हैं वो imbalance हो रहे हैं. Either you get too excited all the time or you get too depressed. You can also have changeability of mood. Abhi solid excitement hai, you want to binge watch a nice web series and you're like in that high zone, I want to have a burger, I want to have this, I want to order this. You go on Amazon and you see there's a sale and you are like ordering things and you're in that good mood probably. But within a second or within half an hour, you are in that state, my life is doomed, depression hai, kuch bhi acha nahi chal raha hai, and that friend is doing amazing. You compare yourself with the other thing. So this is called mood swing. So this is the first guideline, that your hormones are not in a balanced state for a longer duration, not for a short duration. Shorter duration is okay. You can come out of it. I'll let you know that also, कि आप वो short duration को catch कैसे करो, उससे कैसे निकलोगे later in the talk. That is the first thing. Second thing, specifically all my girls, your periods are like your, red flag symptom. Your periods get haywire, crazy. Abhi hote the periods, they were fine. You were getting your periods for 4 days, good amount, around 6 to 7 pads a day. Okay, no pain. For slight pain on the first day till the periods have started in their full blown. Bus, right? And then you were very fine. But अगर periods बहुत कम हो जाते हैं, quantity कम हो जाती है, duration कम हो जाते हैं, it, and that too again. See, एक पीरियड पे मत जज करो अपने आप को. एक साइकिल इज ओके, 2 साइकिल भी इट्स ओके, थर्ड साइकिल पे देन यू कंसल्ट समवन, देन यू फ्रीक आउट. 1 or 2 साइकिल तो यार इट्स ओके. आई मीन यू ऑल मस्ट हैव डेल्ट विद इट. जिनको भी वैक्सीनेशन हुआ था, इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग, योर फर्स्ट साइकिल आफ्टर फर्स्ट शॉट ऑफ वैक्सीनेशन बहुतों के डिस्टर्ब होते हैं. दैट्स ओके. मतलब आई गॉट सो मेनी कॉल. I got so many calls, I got so many patients after their first dose of vaccination, thinking that I'm a homeopath. I would say, no. I was not in that thought line. I said, it's okay, your body is trying to combat with something. So first, 1 cycle से मत judge करो, 2 से 3 cycle खराब होने दो, alter होने दो, कम या ज्यादा होने दो, pain होने दो, तब आप उसको judge करोगे. Next comes your white discharge, your vaginal discharge. Now, this is one thing girls don't want to talk about. They're superiorly shy about this thing. मतलब periods तो फिर भी अब लड़कियां बात करने लग गई हैं. Vaginal discharge, okay, वो तो normal होता है. No, it's not normal. Okay, it's not normal. Yes, it's normal when you're ovulating. That is the mid cycle, or when just before your periods. But otherwise, it's not normal. So the change in the color, like whitish or too much of yellow, green. I have seen patients having black and red also, right? White discharge, which causes itchiness, eruptions. You get backache with your lower backache with your white discharge. So I get young girls as like I have a girl of 7 years of age who has white discharge. So mothers have to be that conscious. It's not just when you start your puberty white discharge तब से शुरू होता है, उससे पहले से आपके indications देता है. So third is white discharge. Fourth is all your cosmetic symptoms like acne. Acne once in a while is okay. See, I also have acne today because it's okay, right? So basically, acne which are around your periods are okay. Acne which are like eye, or as soon as you set in your period cycle, वो अपने आप चले गए, they are also okay. But acne जिसके बाद पस बनता हो, जिनके बाद you get those गड्ढा, right? Those bumps in your skin, they are not okay. Acne which stay for longer duration, like पूरे महीने रहते हैं. और acne जो केवल face तक नहीं रहते हैं, वो back, chest, hands, arms, they cover a lot of parts of your body, so they are not okay. Now that's the fourth symptom. Let's come to the extreme of the symptoms of hormonal imbalance. That is your hair. Okay, now hair fall is a big topic by itself. We all say मेरे को तो hair fall बहुत ज़्यादा हो रहा है. I get like every patient, every second patient says me that now, डॉक्टर साहब hair fall बहुत ज़्यादा हो रहा है, डॉक्टर hair fall. So hair fall is basically, you need to understand hair fall हो रहा है या hair growth बिल्कुल नहीं हो रही है, right? So you have a hair fall, that is protein कम है. हेयर ग्रोथ नहीं हो रही है, दैट मीन प्रोटीन जा ही नहीं रहा है बॉडी में. तो कुछ चीजें तो आप डाइटरी चेंजेस से भी कर सकते हो, बट एक हेयर फॉल होती है जो आपके हॉर्मोन्स को बताती है. हॉर्मोन्स वाली जो हॉर्मोन्स वाली जो हेयर फॉल होती है, दैट इज अराउंड दिस एरिया. यू कैन सी इट, बट अगर आपको ये एरिया में अगर हेयर फॉल होना शुरू हो जाता है, लाइक बॉयज, और यू स्टार्ट रिसीडिंग दिस पार्ट ऑफ योर hair scalp area starts receding, this area, margins पीछे जाते हैं, तो दिस इज दी हार्मोन बेस्ड हेयर फॉल जो कि बीच में से, बाल बीच में से टूटता है, इज द न्यूट्रिशनल हेयर फॉल. इट हैज नथिंग टू डू विद योर हॉर्मोन्स. प्रोबेबली अपने प्रोटीन्स बढ़ाओ, अपने विटामिन ई पे काम करो, हाँ, अपना स्ट्रेस थोड़ा कम कम करो, तो दैट कैन वर्क ऑन. पर वो जो हार्मोन होता है ना, वो प्रॉपर हार्मोनल हेयर फॉल यहाँ से जाता है. हाँ, हमारा जो माथा होता है वो चौड़ा चौड़ा दिखने लग जाता है, बड़ा बड़ा दिखने लग जाता है. हाँ, सो वी स्टार्ट बीमिंग लाइट्स. हाँ, so that's the basic hair fall. Then the biggest problem, जो कि आई थिंक मैक्सिमम गर्ल्स जिनको हार्मोनल इम्बैलेंस होता है उनको एक बहुत ही एक्सट्रीम लेवल पे जाके फेस करनी पड़ती है, दैट इज द हेयर ग्रोथ. राइट, हेयर ग्रोथ ऑन योर फेस बियॉन्ड योर कंट्रोल. अपर लिप्स, लोअर लिप्स, चिन पे इट्स अ वेरी बैड हेयर ग्रोथ. जब वो होती है, इट्स ऑलमोस्ट लुक लाइक अ बियर्ड टू देम, एंड इट्स नॉट फनी. इट्स नॉट फनी. जिन लड़कियों को होता है, इट्स प्रीटी पेनफुल फॉर देम, बिकॉज देन दे हैव, मतलब उसके साथ, सी ऑलरेडी दे हैव ऑल दिस इशू, उसके साथ जो उनको मेंटल ट्रॉमा निकलना पड़ता है, आई सी इट एवरी डे. सो इट्स प्रीटी बैड सिचुएशन. एंड नॉट जस्ट दैट, ऑन देयर हैंड्स, ऑन देयर लेग्स, जो उनकी हेयर ग्रोथ होती है वो बहुत बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ जाती है. सो बेसिकली द हेयर साइकिल शुड बी 10 to 11 डेज में आपके फर्स्ट फॉलिकल बढ़ना चाहिए. बट with the girls who have excess hair growth, we call it hirsutism in medical term. वो within 2 to 3 days आपको first follicle अपना दिखने लग जाता है. So that is another issue. So these are the major signs in any girl जो कि आपको बता सकता है कि आपको hormonal imbalance है. Okay, yes, I missed one point, one major point जो सबका concern है, that is weight. So I always tell girls कि weight loss होना या weight gain होना आपके बिना किसी एफर्ट के is not good. You really make an effort and you gain weight, that's fine. If you really made an effort and you lost your weight, that's also fine. But losing weight just like that is not healthy. Probably there's a hormonal imbalance. We call it hyperthyroidism. When your thyroid is overactive, उसको भर 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 काम करने की आदत हो जाती है. जो गाया फटाफट डाइजेस्ट हो जाए, जो खाया वो फटाफट डाइजेस्ट हो गया. हाँ, सो हम वेट पुट ऑन नहीं कर पाते. हाँ, देन दी अदर वन इज हाइपो, माने कि हमारा जो थायराइड है वो कम काम कर रहा है. हाइपो कम काम करेगा, तो थोड़ा सा भी खाओगे उसको भी नहीं डाइजेस्ट कर पाएगा. सो यू स्टार्ट पुटिंग ऑन वेट. हाँ, सो दीज आर द टू साइड्स ऑफ वेट मैनेजमेंट. It's not just about weight loss or weight gain. So I have a lot of girls with me who have PCOS and they are lean type of PCOS. ठीक है, उनको कोई मान ही नहीं सकता कि उन्हें PCOS है. Now they are like, हमें बताना पड़ता है यार मेरे को PCOS है. I also suffer from it, but that's okay. You know, that's another type of PCOS. This is also there. So these are the symptoms which tell you that your hormones are not working fine. They are imbalanced in their own state. Yes.
But मतलब why does it happen? Like, why do Indian women go through it? होता क्यों है ये?
Yes. Wonderful question. Actually, this is one question I always tell my patients to ask me. कि यार आपको ये नहीं लगा कि आप पूछो कि ये सब हो गया, आप ट्रीटमेंट लेने तो आए हो, बट जस्ट लेट्स ट्राई एंड फाइंड आउट कि आपको ये हुआ क्यों. In most of the cases, I have found it is because of the stress. I have actually practiced in last 8.5 years working on this only. It is this stress which we take so deeply, so much in depth कि यार वो हमारे hormones को बहुत longer duration तक खराब करता है. Now what is stress? Okay, calm down. Stress, मेरे पास लड़कियां आती है जो 10 साल की होती है, उन्हें PCOS होता है. अब वो कहेंगे हमारे पास क्या स्ट्रेस है. उनके पेरेंट्स एक्सेप्ट ही नहीं करने को तैयार ही नहीं होते कि इस बच्ची को स्ट्रेस है. Then I have to calm them down ki no, I'm not judging you people are doing perfectly fine. I'm not judging your parenting skills, but she definitely has stress. Okay, so stress is basically our reaction to any situation after the situation is over. This is my explanation of stress, what I have found. एक situation आई, हमने उसको react करा. For example, मेरा phone गिर गया. How would I react? Oh my god, I'll think I had to buy, अभी तो खरीदा था, किस से बोलूंगी, how would my family react, would they make fun of me, and blah blah blah, right? So this is my first reaction. Over, I picked my phone, I kept it aside. सोच लिया ना, अब नया लेना ही पड़ेगा ना, कोई और ऑप्शन नहीं है, या इसको ठीक कराओ, फाइन, ओवर, अभी इससे आगे हम कुछ नहीं कर सकते, द सिचुएशन इज डन एंड डस्टेड। बट क्या हम मैक्सिमम टाइम ऐसे होते हैं? नहीं ना। वंस वी picked it up, we kept it back, we are again thinking about it कि हमसे गिरा ही क्यों, मतलब हाउ कुड आई बी सो केयरलेस, या मतलब व्हाट इज रॉन्ग विद मी, यू नो। हम दूसरों को नहीं जज करने का मौका देते, हम खुद ही अपने आप को जज करने लग जाते हैं। यू आर अ स्टूपिड वन, यू आर सो केयरलेस, व्हाई डू यू फंबल, you keep on dropping things, you know, people will never be able to understand you, and blah 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 blah. So this thought process, once the situation is over, अब तुम उस सिचुएशन के लिए कुछ नहीं कर सकते, is your stress. अब stress, when this kind of thought line या ये मेंटालिटी हमारी बहुत क्रॉनिक टाइम तक चलती रहती है, माने कि फॉर अ लॉन्गर ड्यूरेशन, द ड्यूरेशन कैन बी एज शॉर्ट एज 1 hour टू एज लॉन्ग एज 2 to 3 months। हाँ, अब वो स्ट्रेस की इंटेंसिटी पे भी डिसाइड करेगा। हाँ, सो अगर स्ट्रेस ये है कि यू हैव लॉस्ट समवन एंड यू डेल्ट विद दैट नॉट इन अ प्रॉपर वे, लाइक you know, you lost someone but you couldn't cry, what would be having the appropriate reaction कि यार you lost someone, you cry, you weep it out, पर हम नहीं कर पाए। हाँ, that small thing also can cause a bigger stress, and this bigger stress will ultimately lead to a hormonal imbalance। sorted। हाँ, तो अब ये जो स्ट्रेस है, एज अ होम्योपैथिक डॉक्टर, दिस इज व्हाट आई ट्राई टू फाइंड, this is exactly how I reverse PCOS and PCOD। अभी आप मैक्सिमम डॉक्टर्स के पास जाओगे, या मैक्सिमम गर्ल्स जो मेरे पास आती है वो कहती है डॉक्टर has asked me to lose weight to treat my PCOS and PCOD, मतलब they have been just said like that, but are we understanding what is the logic? I mean, I gained weight, PCOS लड़की यही सोचेगी ना, I gained weight because मेरे hormones imbalance थे, right? I need to probably treat that first, तभी तो मेरा लूज वेट, मतलब वेट लूज करना शुरू होगा, वरना तो कितना भी भाग लो, कितना भी स्ट्रेंथ ट्रेनिंग कर लो, इट डजंट वर्क लाइक दैट। either you work on your mind and you start losing weight, or you work on your hormones and start losing your weight। आप कोई सा भी रास्ता लो, अल्टीमेटली आपको स्ट्रेस कम करना ही पड़ेगा, राइट? दैट्स व्हाई लोग ये कहते हैं कि यू नो PCOS कैन नॉट बी ट्रीटेड। No, it cannot be treated, understood, but it can be reversed, and once reversed, उसको वापस ना आने देना आपकी जिम्मेदारी होती है as a girl who is suffering with PCOS or PCOD। Yes।
So this has just like one like clear reason, stress। जहाँ stress कम हो गया वहाँ deal हो गया इस चीज से।
Yes, yes।
So now we can like try and understand what exactly is PCOD and PCOS। We're talking about it. We've talked about
Yes,
hormonal imbalance.
yes।
Why do we have it? What are the signs and symptoms of it? But what exactly is PCOD and PCOS? Because यही चीज समझ नहीं आ रही है वैसे हम लोगों को।
हाँ हाँ हाँ, बहुत बड़ा डिफरेंस नहीं है। So I'll tell you, 10 years back when I was in my medical college, I was being told it's PCOD। We were being taught it as PCOD। So PCOD is polycystic ovarian disease or disorder। हाँ, अब क्या हुआ, when I was studying with this Australian university last to last year about PCOS, I became PCOS educator after that, so they said it's PCOS। So I have been reading all this, PCOV है कोई disease, then PCOD, then PCOS। Now I'm giving you one more term। हाँ, so see, कुछ भी नाम दे दो, they basically mean one thing। PCOD is the diagnosis जो आपको तब मिलता है जब आपका अल्ट्रासाउंड होता है, जब आपका पेट का स्कैन होता है और उसमें कोई ओवरी है आपकी जिसमें सिस्ट बन गई है। ओवरीज के अंदर फॉलिकल्स होते हैं, दे आर स्मॉल एग्स, उनके अराउंड एक कैल्शियम की लेयर जमा होती चली जाती है, जस्ट लाइक हेन का एग, आई थिंक एवरीवन मस्ट हैव सीन इट। सो वैसे बन जाता है। सो वो हमारे ना सारे ओवरीज में मार्क करते बनते चले जाते हैं, सो दे बिकम सिस्टिक। सिस्ट माने कि समथिंग विच हैज अ covering around it, so the covering is basically made up of calcium, so that's still under research, but major portion is 80 to 90% part is calcium in that। okay, तो ये बनता चला जाता है। so now this is polycystic ovarian disease। अभी जब आप स्कैन कराने जाओगे तो कोई भी स्कैन सेंटर जो आपका अल्ट्रासाउंड कर रहा है, यूएसजी कर रहा है, वो उसके ऊपर लिखेगा PCOD और नीचे लिखेगा टू बी कंफर्म PCOS, अभी मैं इसको और डिटेल में बताती हूँ। PCOD आपको उसने बता दिया, आपने स्कैन कर लिया, आपने बता दिया। अब आप किसी डॉक्टर से मिले, फॉर एग्जाम्पल हार्मोन स्पेशलिस्ट और गायनाकोलॉजिस्ट और समवन। सो उन्होंने जाके आपसे 5-6 क्वेश्चंस पूछे। नाउ देयर इज अ रॉटरडैम क्राइटेरिया, ज्यादा डिटेल में नहीं जाएंगे, बट मैं बताती हूँ 3 चीजें होनी चाहिए उसमें। एक अल्ट्रासाउंड जिसमें PCOD लिखा हुआ हो। दूसरा, आप में कोई भी मेल साइंस होने चाहिए। मेल साइंस माने कि चेहरे पे बाल आ रहे हैं, हाँ, बाल की बैल्डनेस यहाँ से हो रही है, एक्ने बहुत ज्यादा आ रहे हैं और आपके पीरियड्स मिस हो रहे हैं, हाँ, ये सब होते हैं मेल साइंस। हाँ, लास्ट सॉरी, पीरियड्स मिस होना इज नॉट द मेल साइन। आपके बाल आना या आपके बालों का पीछे जाना या एक्ने आना, ये आपके होते हैं मेल साइन। PCOD आना, एंड द लास्ट वन इज इरेगुलर पीरियड्स, पीरियड्स टाइम पे नहीं होना या पीरियड्स का बहुत ज्यादा डिले होना। अब अगर आप में ये 3 सिम्टम है या इन 3 में से कोई 2 सिम्टम है, तो आप PCOS वाली कैटेगरी में आ जाओ। PCOD plus irregular menses slash any of the male hormones के symptoms, that is acne, hair growth या hair loss equals to PCOS. PCOS is a diagnosis जो कि हम दे सकते हैं, as doctors दे सकते हैं, right? A gynecologist or a hormone specialist or a PCOS educator वो आपको PCOS बोल सकता है। बट जब आप एक अल्ट्रासाउंड के लिए जाते हो तो वहां पे वो जो फाइंडिंग आती है ना कि ओवरी के अंदर सिस्ट है, उसको हम कहते हैं PCOD, पॉलीसिस्टिक ओवेरियन डिसीज। नाउ व्हाई इट इज पॉली? वेरी वेरी गुड क्वेश्चन। पॉली मीन कि अगर आपके ओवरी में, एक ओवरी में आपके पास 2 ओवरी होती है दोनों साइड बायलैटरली, तो एक ओवरी में अगर आपके पास 4 से ज्यादा सिस्ट हैं तो वो काउंट नहीं हो सकती, तो उनको क्या बोल दिया जाता है? पॉली। 5 से कम है तो वो हम काउंट कर सकते हैं, दैट टू विद हाईली स्पेशलाइज्ड मशीन्स। किसी भी सेंटर पे अगर बहुत अच्छी मशीन्स हैं अल्ट्रासाउंड की, तो वो उसके साइज बता सकते हैं कि ये 5 सिस्ट मिली है और इनके स्पेसिफिक इतने इंटू इतना का साइज है, ब्रेथ इंटू लेंथ का इतना साइज निकल के आ रहा है। बट अगर 5 से ज्यादा है, जो कि मैक्सिमम गर्ल्स के केसेस में होता है, तो हम उसको बस सिंपली लिख देते हैं इट्स पॉलीसिस्टिक। वहां पे हमारे लिए क्या मैटर करता है? वॉल्यूम ऑफ दी ओवरी, माने कि क्योंकि अब इतनी सारी सिस्ट उसमें भर जाती है तो ओवरी का जो साइज है वो इतने की जगह इतना हो जाता है, साइज इंक्रीज हो जाता है। तो हम उसमें क्या देखते हैं कि हमारे वॉल्यूम ऑफ द ओवरी जो कि अराउंड 3 to 6 के बीच में रहना चाहिए, वो बढ़ के उससे बियॉन्ड चला जाता है। तो आई हैव केसेस जिसके अंदर 200 ml तक के साइजेस होते हैं, दैट इज कॉल्ड चॉकलेसिस। वो बहुत कॉम्प्लिकेटेड स्टेज ऑफ PCOD ही होता है, ठीक है। सो व्हेन वी आर टॉकिंग ऑफ द अल्ट्रासाउंड इट इज PCOD, बट व्हेन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द डायग्नोसिस, माने कि आपको आपके डॉक्टर ने क्या बताया है, तो हम उसको कहते हैं PCOS। इट्स वन एंड द सेम थिंग व्हेन इट कम्स टू द ट्रीटमेंट प्रोटोकॉल, इट्स वन एंड द सेम थिंग। बट हाँ, क्योंकि आजकल नेट पे लोग कंफ्यूज हो जाते हैं, बिकॉज आई एक्चुअली अपोलोजाइज फॉर दैट, बिकॉज एट टाइम्स आई ओनली यूज बोथ द वर्ड्स, बहुत मतलब रैंडमली यूज कर लेती हूँ मैं, या आपको PCOD आपको PCOS है। एज अ वन हु इज बीइंग ट्रीटिंग देम, मुझे ही ये वर्ड्स को बहुत सोच समझ के यूज करना चाहिए, बट दिस इज ऑलमोस्ट सेम, ठीक है। ओके,
So you also mentioned thyroid diseases and thyroid disorder. So can you
yes,
shed some light on it? What is it and how do we get it?
yeah. So thyroid is one small gland here in our throat. It's a butterfly shaped gland. You see a butterfly having 2 wings on its side and a छोटा सा बीच में एक हमारा isthmus होता है, हाँ, it's a butterfly shaped beautiful gland in our body. Now this gland is common to male and female both. When we come to ovaries, uterus, obviously it's only for females. So PCOD, PCOS is only a concern for females. But when we come to thyroid, it's a pandemic. I mean, thyroid is something like diabetes mellitus nowadays. Huh? We all have pancreas, male or female. Similarly, thyroid, we all have male or female, both the sides will have it. Huh? So what happened? ये जो thyroid है ना, इसके बड़े गजब गजब काम होते हैं हमारी बॉडी में। ये हमारे फूड को डाइजेस्ट करने में हेल्प करता है, हमारे मूड को रेगुलेट करता है, हमारी वॉइस मॉड्यूलेट में थोड़ा सा हेल्प करता है, हाँ। एंड ये बेसिकली एक ऐसा सेंटर है जो कि अगर हमारे पैनक्रियाज, जैसे डायबिटीज मेलाइटस होता है, डायबिटीज मेलाइटस में पैनक्रियाज में कुछ सेल्स होते हैं, आइलेट सेल्स, वो कम हो जाते हैं। अगर वो इंसुलिन कम कर दे प्रोड्यूस करना, तो थायराइड has the special ability कि वो insulin produce कर सकता है. You see, so thyroid is a miracle gland in our body. अब बाबा ये बहुत आसानी से अपना जिसे कहते हैं ना अपने आप को बदल देता है, अपने पूरा दस्तूर बदल देता है. हाँ, it becomes hyperactive and it becomes hypoactive. जब ये hyper होता है ना, you go crazy, you have sweating, you become red all of a sudden, heat flashes. हाँ, हाथ पैरों में से गर्मी निकलती है. I think there is a question regarding that also. You get heat flashes, हाथ पैरों में से गर्मी निकलती है. This is not normal. This is not normal. हाँ, head के top में से, this is called vertex, यहाँ से heat निकलती है. Girls start like अपनी चप्पल या sandals whatever जब भी घर आते हैं, they are like उतारो, मुझे पैर नीचे रखना है. I just can't bear this heat in my body. हाँ, this is when your thyroid is hyperactive. And तुम कितना भी खा लो, you just can't gain weight. हाँ, आप खाते हो इधर डाइजेस्ट होता है, आप खाते हो इधर डाइजेस्ट होता है. ऑन दी कॉन्ट्रेरी, जब ये थक जाता है, जब ये स्लो काम करने लग जाता है, जब इसका मूड बिल्कुल खराब हो जाता है, तो हम इसे कहते हैं हाइपोथायरॉइडिज्म. व्हेन वी स्टार्ट पुटिंग वेट, हाँ, हमें ठंड बहुत लगने लग जाती है. एंड हम चाहे पूरे दिन में एक सैलेड खा रहे हैं, और in the whole day girls come to having those booster coffees shots, but they cannot lose weight. It is so terrible for them. मतलब वो उनके लिए 200 ग्राम कम करना एक आफत होती है. And when they do that, they feel like wow. And it's common for male and female. I have patients with thyroid, male also, a lot of patients nowadays. So this is one problem. ये जो थायराइड है, इसके अंदर एक बीमारी होती है जिसको हम कहते हैं थायरोडाइटिस. माने कि जो हमारा थायराइड है उसका इन्फ्लेमेशन हो जाना, माने कि थायराइड को बुखार हो जाना. सिंपल टर्म्स में, जब थायराइड को बुखार होगा तो थायराइड और ज्यादा बावला हो जाएगा. देन तो यू आर लाइक इन दैट स्टेट कि आपकी जो आईज होती हैं दे कम आउट. हाँ, यू हैव दोस बिग बिग आईज. यू मस्ट हैव सीन दोस पीपल जिनकी आईज पॉप कर जाती है. यू नो, दे कांट हेल्प इट. वो कुछ भी कर ले, दे कांट हेल्प इट. उनके हाथ पैरों में से बहुत गर्मी निकलती है. तो ये जो थायराइड है, इसको आपको कंट्रोल करना बहुत जरूरी है. एंड एट द एंड बहुत इजी भी है. सो ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि अब ये है तो हमें से बस संभाल के संजो के रखना है. हमारी पूरी बॉडी इंपॉर्टेंट है, बट एट द एंड आई विल लेट यू नो कि इन सब चीजों को बहुत इजीली भी हम मैनेज कर सकते हैं.
So I have like mostly heard ये thyroid वगैरह जो होता है, I have heard people of older age like around 40s में जाके ये thyroid होता है. तो ये किसी भी एज ग्रुप में हो सकता है या it's particular like 40s में जाके होता है ऐसा?
Any age group.
And
Any
similar
age group.
for PCOS.
Yes. No. So PCOS, no. Yeah, so there is a little confusion. Thyroid can happen from a small kid who is just now born. Thyroid disorders basically can happen to any kid who is just now born to anyone who is about to die. There is no age limit for thyroid disorders to happen. But when it comes to PCOS, PCOD, they always start inset. जो उसका onset होता है वो आपके puberty से ही होगा. अच्छा, अभी क्या होता है? हाँ, there is one more confusion. Probably लोग नहीं समझ पाते हैं, but I can tell you that कि जब आपके पीरियड स्टार्ट होते हैं at your puberty, तो वो अभी हेवायर होंगे. बहुत सारी लड़कियों को 80% ऑफ द गर्ल्स के पहले टाइम से ही पीरियड्स अपनी साइकिल नहीं पकड़ पाते हैं. सो इट्स ओके, वेट फॉर 6 to 7 months before judging yourself. You know, I've seen mothers taking their girls when they had their first period and they miss for their periods for next 3 months. They take them to a gynecologist and फिर वो hormonal pills पे आ जाती हैं. This is not a right way of doing things. आपको अपनी बॉडी को अकस्टम होने के लिए 6 to 7 to 8 months भी देने चाहिए. इट्स ओके व्हेन यू हिट योर प्यूबर्टी, आई टेल यू, बिकॉज तब तक आपकी ओवरी साइलेंटली बैठी थी. अभी उन्होंने काम करना शुरू करा है. यू नो, अभी तो उसमें तेल जाना शुरू हुआ है, वो मशीनरी चालू हुई है. आप कैसे एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हो? ओके, फॉर सम पीपल इट वर्क्स, ठीक है, फर्स्ट आया फिर सेकंड आया, सो ओके, यू आर द लकी वन. बट आई हैव सीन 80% ऑफ गर्ल्स दे डोंट हैव इट. उनको प्रॉब्लम होता है इसको मैनेज करने में. सो उनके लिए आई वुड स्ट्रिक्टली रिकमेंड नॉट टू गो फॉर एनी हार्मोनल थेरेपी इन द फर्स्ट 2 to 3 years ऑफ योर menstrual life. When you set in your puberty, पहले 2 से 3 साल तक आपको किसी को हार्मोनल थेरेपी नहीं देनी चाहिए. उससे जितना दूर रहोगे आप अपने हार्मोन्स को काम करने दोगे. नहीं तो पता है बॉडी क्या सोचेगी, ओवरी क्या सोचेगी, अच्छा ये तो बाहर से दे रहे, मैं क्यों काहे को काम करूं. It's okay, it's cool. Let me not just, I'll just sit back and relax. They're giving me from outside all the hormones. Why should I start working? So this is the thought process, how our body works. It's a conditioning process, right? So this is how the whole thing works.
And now that we're on it, you can also let us know ki irregular periods, as you mentioned. So irregular for how many months should we judge? Like for 2 months if they're irregular, or 3 months, or how many?
Yeah. So when I say puberty पे 6 to 7 months के लिए it's okay if your periods are irregular. हाँ, उसको जज नहीं करते. But once your periods have started coming regularly, हाँ, माने आपकी 3-4 साइकिल बहुत रेगुलर हो गई हैं.
Some internet issues maybe.
Hello, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we can hear you. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, अगर आपके periods जल्दी आ गए हैं, right? That is before 24 days आपके अगर periods आ गए हैं, या after 35 days आपके periods आ रहे हैं, that is irregular cycle. First cycle से judge मत करो. Second cycle भी अगर irregular हो रही है, then you have that alarming thing. फिर जो मैंने बाकी points बताए थे उनको भी notice करना शुरू करो. And once all that is noticed and understood, then you on your third cycle, if that is irregular, then just go to a doctor and see.
And ma'am, you told us about that PCOD, that वो cyst ban jata hai inside the ovary.
Yes.
But
Yes.
why does it happen? Like excess of calcium is the reason, or just like stress or hormonal imbalance? Like why does it happen exactly, that cyst thing?
Yeah. So the cyst thing is not because आप excess of calcium लेते हो. It is only and only because, see, I'll tell you, जो हमारे follicles हैं वो silent पड़े हुए थे. जब आप पैदा हुए थे, आपके number of cells अगर X number होने थे, तो वो आपके पैदा होते ही decide हो गए. जब आप पैदा होते हो, तब आपके X number, most of the girls में it's 10 to 20 million, 10 to 20,000 cells होते हैं जो बन जाते हैं, eggs बनते आते हैं. अब वो eggs बन के रह गए. Now what happened? They are in their dormant state for your first initial years, हाँ, till you hit your puberty. But once you hit your puberty, उसमें से एक follicle एक cell निकलता, एक egg निकलता है, सोचता है आज मैं mature होगा इस महीने, आज मैं इस महीने मैं mature होगा, तो ये mature होना शुरू हो जाते हैं. But what happens जब PCOD होती है, तो आपके जो hormones हैं जो इन follicles को mature करने थे, वो कम हो जाते हैं. That is your FSH and LH and estrogen and progesterone. ये चारों हार्मोन्स में इम्बैलेंस हो जाता है. मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम इनकी क्वांटिटी कम हो जाती है. जब इनकी क्वांटिटी कम हो जाती है, वो जो फॉलिकल बैठा था ना, यार आज मुझे मैच्योर होना है, इस महीने मेरा नंबर है, आई वांट टू गेट मैच्योर दिस मंथ, वो नहीं होता है. जब वो वहां उस स्टेट में बैठा होता है, तो उसके अराउंड धीरे 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 करके वो शेल बन जाता है. Okay, it's a very slow process. So yeah, a lot of girls come to me and tell me ki yaar, I am recently diagnosed with this. Yes, the correct word is that you're recently diagnosed with it. You're recently not suffering with it. It is not something like a COVID कि आज आप you met someone जिसको COVID था और आपको अगले 24 से 48 घंटे में आपको COVID हो गया. It's not like COVID. It's not something which is communicative disease. No, it's not like कि touch हुआ तो हो गया ना. PCOS हो, कोई भी hormonal imbalance हो, takes at least 7 to 8 months minimum, 2 years together to develop into a condition like PCOS, PCOD, thyroid disorder, fibroids, fibroadenoma of breast, that is cyst in your breast. So ये सारे hormonal imbalance एक दिन में नहीं होते हैं और ये बहुत slow process है. इसी slow process में वो cyst बनती चली जाती है. Yeah.
Now I guess we can shed some light on how to treat this. Finally, we can come on homeopathy. Like, how can homeopathy help me? How can I treat this? And after this, we'll surely take some audience questions. So if you have any question, please put it in the chat.
Yeah. So basically, when I was, so I'll start with from where I got this confidence कि मैं इसको treat कर.
Yeah.
यू नो
Sure.
एज अ डॉक्टर हमारे पास भी इस चीज का कॉन्फिडेंस बहुत धीरे धीरे जनरेट होता है. आई एम बीइंग वेरी वेरी फेयर ऑल द टाइम. जब कोई मेरे पास पेशेंट आता है वो कहता है कि डॉक्टर आपकी बीमारी ठीक कर सकते हो, तो आई एम वेरी फेयर. If I've treated that patient before, I'll say yes, I can. If not, I can say I'll try. I'll give my shot. Are you ready for it? So it all started around 5 years back when I started treating PCOS and PCOD. And when I started doing that, surprisingly, Harshita, it became a cycle for me कि every other female who was coming to me for any other complaint, अगर मेरे को उसमें कुछ symptoms दिखते थे, and by my good luck and by my bad luck I would say, मैं उनका अगर टेस्ट कराती थी जस्ट टू बी एश्योर कि मैं जो सोच रही हूँ वो थॉट प्रोसेस सही चल रहा है या नहीं, या मेरी डायग्नोस्टिक सिर्फ सही चल रही है कि नहीं, उनको पीसीओडी होता था in their ultrasonography. So it became a rampant for me, and then I was like, you need to start dealing with this first. Probably this is becoming a pandemic before even the COVID hit us. So with all that happening, I obviously I had completed my homeopathy by that time. I was treating different conditions. I was not sticking to any one condition on my thought process. At the same time, I thought, let me study this in detail, because जो हमारी टेक्स्ट बुक्स थी, मेडिकल टेक्स्ट बुक्स थी, उसमें जेन्युइनली स्पीकिंग इसके बारे में बहुत डिटेल्स नहीं है. जैसे जब कोविड आया था तो लिटरली हमने कोविड के बारे में अपनी टेक्स्ट बुक में पढ़ा था. इट वाज अ वेरी स्मॉल पैराग्राफ और 20 सेंटेंसेस, एंड वी स्किप्ड इट थिंकिंग कि ये किसको हो गया यार, ये तो बैट्स में होती है, ये हम में से किसी को थोड़ा हो गया, एंड दिस इज नॉट इवन इम्पोर्टेंट फॉर आवर कोर्स. Similarly, PCOD was not also important for our course. It was never being taught to us that way in our gynae classes. So then I, started looking out for the best courses. Then I learned there is something called PCOS educator. I said, एक disease को treat करने के लिए education की क्या जरूरत है? Why you need to educate someone अगर उसको वो disease है? So I started this course, and I tell you, it's not just because they are developed country, they know about it. Probably because they suffer with more of infertility cases. They know about it. हमारे पास उतना infertility rate भी नहीं है. उनका तो infertility rate is quite high. I studied it from Australian University. तो वहाँ पे infertility was quite high, and they used to diagnose it in every single case. So there I understood कि ये जो बीमारी है ना, PCOS, PCOD, इसके बारे में सबसे पहले आपको aware होना चाहिए. आपको पता होना चाहिए that I am suffering from dash. Once you know you are suffering with dash, तो आप अपने आप से बहुत कंपोज होके, बहुत कंपैशनेट होके डील करते हो अपने खुद से कि यार मुझे अपने आप से कामली बिहेव करना है. आई हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड ये सब कुछ किस वजह से हो रहा है. राइट नाउ वंस यू नो दैट, there comes the help of homeopathy, which I had discovered in last 5 years. That homeopathy को भी अगर मैं केवल symptom wise लेके चलूं तो मैं नहीं इस बीमारी को ठीक कर सकती. मुझे इस बीमारी को ठीक करने के लिए उस रूट कॉज तक ले जाना पड़ता है. आई लिटरली टेक ऑल माई पेशेंट्स टू फ्लैशबैक. उन्हें आज लगता है कि कोई स्ट्रेस नहीं था लाइफ में. उन्हें आज लगता है अरे माई लाइफ वाज स्मूथ एनफ एंड गुड एंड फाइन. आई आस्क देम आपको कब से प्रॉब्लम, देन दे टेल 5 years back. Then I have to drag them. Go back in the flashback. 5 साल पहले ऐसा क्या स्ट्रेस हुआ था which you can recall. And then bullseye, I have it. I have that crazy thing that happened in their life, and most of the time it's pretty painful. Someone has lost someone has gone through a bad breakup, they couldn't explain about it. A kid who has been over pressurized by parents to perform amazing in their college or school and they couldn't talk about it. Girls who have gone through harassment, sexual as well as physical and mental harassment. सरप्राइजिंगली बहुत सारी गर्ल्स हैं मेरे पास जिनको स्कूल में बुली किया जाता था, एंड वो स्लोली उनको इतना स्ट्रेस होता चला गया they couldn't speak about it. Specifically in a country like India where racism is, कुछ भी कहो अंडरग्राउंड चलता है. You have been called skinny, you have been called chipkali in your schools, or you have been called Hathi in your school, or girls have been called Kala, Gora, and all those things are happening. So these hit you. These thought process hit you. They hit you pretty bad. I believe everyone जिसको bully किया गया है कभी ना कभी उसको याद रहता है. So इतना हम flashback में लेके जाते हैं. And this is where we strike the chord. And when you strike the chord at this point, every disease, not just PCOS, any disease, fibroid adenoma breast, everything gets resolved from there. वो डेप्थ से जब रेजोल्यूशन स्टार्ट होता है, along with that I combine it with while I was doing this I also completed my post graduation in dietetics and nutrition. फिर combine it with nutrition, which is home based, Indian, घर का खाना. No avocados are required in that. No blueberries are required in that. घर का खाना खाओ, आम खाओ अपने तरबूज खाओ. That's wonderful, right? So that kind of natural things we do. We also we decide, we ask our patient, आपको zumba पसंद है कि आपको yoga पसंद है? You decide your exercise course and we'll go according to that. We don't give you. हम नहीं बताएंगे आपको क्या करना है. I think few of my patients have also joined it today. So they would be better to tell how we deal with it. We form WhatsApp groups. We form WhatsApp group a single patient with all the staff attached to them. We have a yoga expert, exercise expert, and my junior doctors, me. Everyone is there in one group. We try to track down your health day in, day out. We're not just tracking you कि आज आप आए हो, हमने आपको 10 दिन की दवाई दी and टाटा बाय बाय. No. We need your tomorrow का detail also, day after tomorrow का detail also. We are like पीछे पड़ जाते हैं और ये पीछे पड़ना पड़ता है क्योंकि वी नो कि ये प्रॉब्लम आगे जाके कितनी कॉम्प्लिकेशंस कर सकती है. इनफर्टिलिटी, यू नो, when this problem strikes you, you are in that age of maturity कि तुम्हें अभी ये मजा लग सकता है, बट जब वो age of maturity होती है ना, when you really crave for a baby and you can't have it, it's highly depressive, you know. So and diabetes is a co-worker with PCOS nowadays. वो साथ में चलता है आपके, you know. So dealing with diseases like PCOS definitely requires a comprehensive, holistic approach. That's why I really studied, and then I call myself a holistic hormonal specialist because now I know homeopathy. I also know hormones as medications, as supplements, because I just don't say ki allopathy is wrong or something. No, you have to sometime abide to them also. I have studied that also. We deal with diets also, we deal with yoga also, we deal with Zumbas also. We do a lot of keep on doing. My team is crazy and all that stuff. We keep on doing stuff like that. So this is how you can reverse PCOS at a much faster pace, and not just PCOS, any hormonal imbalance.
So to like list it down for the audience to make it more simpler, we have to manage our stress. We have to take proper diet, medication, obviously, and lastly exercise, yes, and Zumba and whatever we like, something that can keep us running, and that's, yes, how we can treat PCOS.
Yes.
So now I would like to take some audience question. Diksha, if, yes, we can unmute someone. One major question and one like most asked question is how to deal with hot flushes situations.
Yes. So if you have hot flushes, probably you need to first understand वो कितने time से है. अगर वो hot flushes बहुत specific time period of your life में होता है, that is ovulation. Ovulation कैसे पता चलेगा? Mid cycle. आज period खत्म हुए हैं तो next period जब start होते हैं उसके mid date निकाल लो. उसके आजू बाजू के पहले के 2 दिन, बाद के 2 दिन. माने कि for example you ended your date or you ended your periods on 1st. And you expect your periods to approach on 28th. So what is the mid of that? Around 15. So you have your ovulation from around 11th till 16, 17. So ये time period में अगर आपको hot flushes हैं, it's okay. Don't worry about it. That is perfectly normal. Now, ovulation, hot flashes which are only and only for a month, that's also fine because कुछ months में आपकी cycle disturb हो जाती है, जिस month में आपके 2 eggs एक साथ release होने की कोशिश करते हैं, तो hormones थोड़े heightened होते हैं, तब भी हो सकता है. If your hot flashes are going beyond that, so first and foremost, calm down, you know, address this issue. इसको ऐसे हवा में मत उड़ाओ. अपने आप को अगर आप ठंडा रखने की कोशिश कर रहे हो तो सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है मेंटली अपने आप को काम डाउन करने की कोशिश करो. स्टार्ट विद मेडिटेशन. सेकंड, इंस्टेड ऑफ टेकिंग बाथ विद अ कोल्ड वाटर, ट्राई टेकिंग बाथ विद अ हॉट वाटर. सॉरी, हॉट वाटर नहीं, मतलब ल्यूकवार्म वाटर. सो दैट जस्ट कॉम्पनसेट विद योर बॉडी टेम्परेचर. थर्ड वन, स्टार्ट योर डे विद अ फ्रूट or a nice vegetable juice. Nowadays you have so many smoothies options on internet also, like spinach smoothie. Since it's winters in my area, I live in north, so we have like carrot, beetroot and apple ka. There's amazing juice available all the time. Or you can just start your day with coconut water. So switch your food from full of carbs and processed food to wheat and rice to completely fruits and vegetables. This also helps you at the home level. But agar ye usse bhi zyada beyond jata hai, then you definitely need a medical help, and for that you need a diagnosis. So you need to see someone who is good in hormones understanding, or a gynec or a obstetric guy or a lady जो आपको help कर सके to understand ये हो क्यों रहा है.
Now that we're on diet, we have one more question. During PCOD, is losing weight difficult? And what type of diet is supposed to be taken?
Yeah, so see, I have already answered this question before itself.
Hmm.
PCOD, PCOS, any hormonal imbalance which has weight gain or weight loss, you cannot manage your weight. Either you have to gain weight, मतलब कोई condition है जिसमें weight gain करना है, या एक condition है जिसमें weight loss करना है, जैसे maximum girls जिनको PCOS होता है उनमें होता है. You cannot just do it by starting cardio, starting a strength training or something. So that's the point. You need to address the core issue. You need to address the root cause. Root cause of the PCOS. So you need to address that first. Stress management. Secondly, thirdly, what kind of treatment you want to opt for? You know, allopathy में जितने भी supplements है, they are for emergency usage. Once in a month, okay, fine. एक month try करके देख लेती हूँ. Probably my periods come back to normalcy. That's also fine. But what happened? We take it for beyond that. We take it for 2 to 3 months. You know, it's not even advised. You can't take that. You shouldn't take that. So you need to understand that. So start taking a proper treatment. Uske saath, I have so many people. I have my patients also somewhere. They say that, अब तो हम कुछ कर भी नहीं रहे, still we are losing weight. अब तो केवल दवाई ले रहे हैं. Then there is a myth that homeopathy has medicine for weight loss. No, it doesn't have. There is no medicine in homeopathy for weight loss or height बढ़ाने के लिए या बाल उगाने के लिए. I've heard so many things. It's all myth. No, we don't have. We have medicines to treat the root cause. अगर root cause पता चल जाए तो ये सारी problems उससे associated है तो वो ठीक हो सकती है. Yes.
Sadhna has asked in the chat, what causes fibroids?
Oh, yes. So fibroids are, so जिनको नहीं पता है, fibroids are like benign cancer. So कैंसर से डरना मत. इट्स लाइक हमारी बॉडी में ओवर ग्रोथ हो जाती है हमारे यूट्रस के अंदर. सो यू हैव अ यूट्रस, लेडीज हैव यूट्रस. उसकी जो इनर लाइनिंग होती है और उसके अंदर 3 लाइनिंग होती है. तीनों लाइनिंग में कहीं पे भी अगर ओवर ग्रोथ होती है, दे आर कॉल्ड फाइब्रॉइड. नाउ देयर आर 3 टाइप्स ऑफ फाइब्रॉइड्स, सबसीरस, सबम्यूरल, एक्स्ट्राम्यूरल. सो डोंट गेट इनटू दैट. हाँ, ये ग्रोथ बन जाती है. अब इस ग्रोथ का भी बेसिक रीजन है, पहले हार्मोन इम्बैलेंस होंगे. जब तक हार्मोन इम्बैलेंस नहीं होंगे तो वो तो ठीक चलना चाहिए, जैसा है वैसा ही हेल्दी रहेगा. बट इट इज नॉट स्टेइंग हेल्दी. इट जस्ट डजंट स्टे हेल्दी, राइट? सो दैट इज द बेसिक इशू. सो वो हेल्दी नहीं है. इस वजह से जो आपके हार्मोन है वो इम्बैलेंस हुए, जिसकी वजह से नाउ फाइब्रॉइड आपको क्यों हुए? इज बिकॉज यू आर डिस्पोज टू हैव इट. इट्स बिकॉज आपकी टेंडेंसी टू हैव अ फाइब्रॉइड. जिनको पीसीओएस होता है उनकी टेंडेंसी हो जाती है कि उनको पीसीओएस ही होना है. Now that is something you can't explain by words. It's a part of research. But yes, it's also because of hormonal imbalance. And yes, hormonal imbalance because of stress.
We'll take one more audience question from RJ. I'll unmute her. She's not accepting the unmute request, so I'll ask her question. Okay. Is there a chance of reversal if PCOS is more than 10 years old and the patient is on HRT from last year?
Yes. Okay. So I usually get most of the patients. Nowadays, we get patients जिनको अभी PCOS diagnosed हुआ and they thought of opting for homeopathy because they know कि homeopathy can be the first choice of treatment. But before that, हमें आदत पड़ चुकी है to treat patients who have been suffering these kind of problems for years together, have taken multiple treatments. एंड सी द फर्स्ट एंड फॉरमोस्ट थिंग, जिन्होंने भी एचआरटी बहुत टाइम से लिया है, फॉर एग्जांपल, सो बेसिकली जिनको नहीं पता, एचआरटी इज द शॉर्ट फॉर्म ऑफ हार्मोन रिप्लेसमेंट थेरेपी. द जैसे आपको वो ईस्ट्रोजन प्रोजेस्टेरोन टैबलेट्स देते हैं ना 21 डेज के, so that's also a type of HRT. So that is called hormone replacement therapy. So she is asking that she has taken, so someone has taken treatment for HRT for 1 year. Yes, you can definitely opt for it. You can definitely get your, PCOS or anything. So there is HRT for fibroids also, fibroadenomas also. And for thyroid, the HRT for thyroid, I think most of you must be knowing Thyronorm लेते हैं तो लेते ही चले जाते हैं. So that all can be also reversed by homeopathy. Yes, it can be.
So now we're already at the end of the session. If anybody of you has any more questions, you can raise your hands. I'll unmute you, or you can ask that in the chat box.
How is our internet
Shreya has
connected? I think
asked,
we have answered.
yeah, RJ has asked one more question. What blood tests have to be taken before meeting you? And this, even I have a question from you.
Hmm.
How can anybody contact you, and how can we book your appointment? You can give the details.
Yeah. Okay. So I am there on Practo also. So when it comes to booking an appointment with me, you can book me on Practo. You can contact me through Instagram. You can DM me. I have a form over there. It's a wonderful form which I made very recently. Your diseases get diagnosed very easily from there. So you can reach me out through my Instagram, Nari Arogyam. So I can just write it. So I'll just paste the link later, and you can reach me out through Practo as Dr. Pooja Gupta. I'm the homeopath from Meerut, but I do online consultations also. Now the point comes that people want to ask what are the blood tests to be done before meeting me. I have a counseling session with you first. I don't charge for that. This is completely your right to ask me कि मेरे को problem क्या है. That's why all these sessions are also there. But that's why all my talks on Instagram are also there because of this reason also. You don't worry. First talk to me. People fear that हम जाएंगे डॉक्टर से कंसल्टेशन काउंसलिंग चार्जेस लगेंगे, nothing like that. Just come and talk to me once. First, let's get to know what are your problems. Let me decide what are the tests to be done or not. Because at times, see, there are around 10 to 15 tests. अब मैं कैसे बताऊं आपको कौन कौन से कराने? I can't. So first you reach out to me. I would be here to help you out. You can talk to me. You can talk to me through Insta. You can talk to me directly. Contact me through Practo. So we can talk over there, and there I can decide what test to be done.
Someone in our audience has raised her hand, Amita Devi.
Yeah.
Unmute her. And this would be the last question that we'll take for the session. Amita, you can go ahead and
Yeah,
ask.
hi, Harshita. Good evening, and good evening, doctor. I just have
Good evening. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
We are
Wonderful session.
perfectly fine.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Well,
Okay.
I was the one who have mentioned that I have thyroid already. It's been 6 years. I just
Okay.
want to know everything is okay now because yearly I have a checkup. It's been 6 years.
Wonderful.
Hypothyroid. That's what I have.
Okay.
Sorry,
Okay.
hyperthyroidism. That's what I have. But I want to know the
Okay.
diet for this. I mean, do we have any particular? What are the things in food? When I'm eating normal food, I don't eat much anyway. I'm not a foodie as such. But what are the things one is required for a diet? You know, having
Wonderful.
thyroid.
So, can I understand what's your
And
age right
hot
now?
flushes also. I'm having very
Okay.
bad hot flushes.
Okay. Can I know your age first?
I'm 55.
Okay. And you're already attained your menopause?
Yeah, already passed.
Like, how many years back?
Well, 3 years.
3 years back. All right. So you are in that state of postmenopausal thyroid disorders, basically. So your thyroid must have started before hitting the menopause. Just 2 to 3 years before you hit up menopause, it must have started. And uske baad, you must be able to control it a lot. So by taking the thyroid supplements. So as of now, when it comes to dietary regulation, I would definitely recommend you not to have too much of crucifers. That is basically patta gobi, full gobi, all the cauliflowers, broccolis, and cabbage, right? And lettuce also for that reason. So I would just recommend you to avoid them as much as possible. So don't restrict you altogether ki khana hi nahi hai, you don't have to take it at all. No, don't do that. You can take it once in a while, once you're going for a party or enjoying an evening with your friends and family, you can have that, but avoid them in your regular consumption. Secondly, try to have one detox food a day. So detox foods are like a prebiotic drink, like a kanji water, or we make these beetroot and carrot ka water, rye ka water in North India. I don't know what they call it in your place. And then you can have a probiotic thing. Probiotic mein we have millets. We have amazing sprouted millets. We have curds. We have all those rice kanji in that. So you can have one of these things once a day in your diet regularly. Third thing, what you can do is that, apart from your diet, try to have an oxygenation facility in your body. That is a nitric oxide oxygenation. So try to do a lot of pranayams at least once a day. You can choose any time which is comfortable for you. Along with that, you can do some of the lymphatic drainage exercises. We do that with our patients also, and it works wonders. It hardly takes 10 minutes. You just have to pump your whole body. It's a whole sequence we teach them. So that kind of treatment we do. Apart from this, I would also recommend that if you've taken thyroid supplement, that is the Thyronum or Thyroxine from so long, I would highly recommend you to taper it down and to just discontinue it ASAP, because once you get used to it, it's kind of having a lot of side effects later on. So that would be my recommendation to you.
Well, I hope that answers your question.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much for asking the question. Well, on that note, I would like to conclude today's session. We came here with so many questions and we are going back with so many answers and, all the clarity about PCOD and PCOS. Basically, don't freak out much, stress thoda kam karo, and have some good diet and medications. All of you can contact Dr. Pooja on Fracto and through Instagram. We've already mentioned that. Thank you everyone for joining in. Thank you so much, Dr. Pooja, for this amazing session and this amazing insight on this topic.
So I'm sending you a few links in the chat bot itself. One sec. So this is the link to my. Oh, sorry, I cannot write it down. I'll just send it to you.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So I'm not sure why it's not going. Yeah, Harshita, I messaged you my email ID first. Okay. I'll also send you my. 1 second. So this is my Practo link. I'll just send there also. 1 minute. This would be a much easier way for people to contact me, actually. Yeah. So, and along with this, there's one more thing. 1 second.
You can all book your
for all the all the girls who have been asking me for how to consult or something like this, I am just sending you a link to a form which I referred earlier. It makes it much easier for me also and the one who has contacted me to understand what problems they have. This is an amazing form. I have myself. Sorry, I have been so much about myself. So I just made this form. So you can actually fill this form. I'll get back to you. My team will get back to you, and we'll reach out to you as soon as possible. And someone who was asking me what all tests to be done and all those things. I think probably when you fill that, there will be a lot of queries will be solved through it itself.
So you can all check out all these links, and thank you so much for joining us on this session. Thank you, Dr. Pooja, and we'll see you again on Wednesday on the Let's Talk session with Meeta Gudgutia. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Bye-bye.